Hello, my name is Simon Antwis. I'm an ex-head and now I am Senior Education Consultant for Steer Education. And over the next few minutes, I'm going to introduce to you what we call the Executive Summary Report, ESR. And it's one of 6 dashboards we have on the Steer platform. So along the top here, we have a column representing each term of the last calendar year. So spring term, summer term, autumn term. And down here on the rows, we've got the information that's being pulled from your data into this report. The first row shows you the total number of assessments being taken in your school over time. So you can see and track progress in your school. The next 4 rows are the critical rows. The second one here shows the percentage of priority pupils in your school, i.e. those that are demonstrating 2 or more polar biases in or out of school. And as you can see, it's been fluctuating over the year. And a lot of this has to do with lockdown and the pandemic. The third row shows you the percentage of polar biases of your students out of school. As you can see, the number here has been increasing slowly over the year. The fourth row shows the percentage of polar biases in school. And here you can see there is some fluctuation. But the critical thing is to look at the difference between the two, i.e. the school impact on your biases. And you can see in the spring term, it was minus 1.6 and became progressively more positive until it became plus 18.5 by the autumn term 2021. So this ESR for this school shows a really encouraging pastoral journey. The head teacher wants to see positive numbers in this row here, because what it demonstrates is that the school is a protective factor and it's producing lower percentage of polar biases than it is out of school. So if you look at these figures in the final column, you can see the percentage of polar biases out of school is 31.5%. Percentage of polar biases in school is 13%. So the difference the school is making is 18.5%, which is a fantastic figure for this school. As a head teacher, what I want is the difference to be positive. In other words, for students' social, emotional risks to come down when they're in my school environment, surrounded by the support, scaffolding, messages of my teachers and their peers. STEER measures 4 different biases which students need to self-regulate: self-disclosure, trust of self, trust of others, and seeking change. If I look at this row here, the third one down, it shows me that low self-disclosure is one of the 4 we have greatest concerns for within this school. Having self-disclosure means that a lot of students will be actively trying to hide the concerns they have rather than accessing the help we provide. There's also additional detail in these rows above, identifying which year group and which gender is demonstrating these biases. Knowing this information means that we can target additional interventions to try to support and improve student self-disclosure. This gives me as a head something concrete and precise to report to governors, proprietors, trustees, safeguarding auditors, or even inspectors. It tells them we've identified a problem and now we are targeting how to respond to it. We can respond directly by putting in place STEER action plans. And this middle row here shows you how many action plans have been put in place for individual vulnerable students. And we can see the numbers been rising. When it comes to reporting to Ofsted or any other inspectorate, this is one of the key metrics I would show them. We identified an issue, we can then evidence what we've done to address it, and I'm going to be looking at the next STEER assessment rounds to see whether the risks around low self-disclosure have reduced. As you can see from this line, low self-disclosure is no longer the main issue in the school. And we can now look at low trust of others as the next part of the plan. There's more detail if you click on these drop-down menus. There's also detail on this line showing you the number of cohort plans. And this is something you might want to put in place to address an issue with a particular cohort or a group in the school, be that one of your notable groups like Pupil School Premium, SEN, EAL, or Looked After Children, whichever it might be. So here I can see that boys in year 6 are the most vulnerable, and we've already put in place some cohort plans to support them specifically. So what the ESR enables me to do as a head is to get every term an immediate overview of the critical mental health risks in my school, what we're doing about it, and what the impact those strategies are having. As I said, if you click on these downward arrows, you get a split of the percentages girls and boys, or indeed you can get a split across all 4 of the areas that govern self-regulation in your young people. This is an invaluable tool in setting the pastoral strategic plan for your school and securing accountability across the entire organisation. I hope it's been of some help.